TV Boot Club with Specsavers.
Before I go to sleep opens with my main character Christine waking up in a slightly confused state and realising that she doesn't recognise the room that she's in, and that also she's with a man and she doesn't recognise him either. First of all, she notices she's wearing a wedding ring, and then she notices her hands look like an older person's hands. She makes her way into the bathroom and she looks at her reflection in the mirror and sees that rather than being in her teens, she's actually in her 40s. She has a very rare form of amnesia in which she remembers things for the day, but then when she sleeps, her memories disappear. So she wakes up every day in this state of not knowing who she is or where she is. Everybody who has memory has some sense of the path they've taken through life and what's led them to the point where they're at. I'd never really thought about how closely linked memory and identity is. But of course, as soon as I started to think about what it would be like to not have any memory, it's very obvious, if you don't remember how you got to be where you are, then you don't really have any sense of who you are.
It's a really interesting idea and quite a brave choice, I think, for a first novel.
It's a good debut, yeah, I think it's a good debut. I mean, it kept me there, it's gripping. Yeah. It's a page-turner, I think. And I wouldn't have thought that the author was male. I didn't guess that at all.
No, I think...
Someone told me.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they said, as a woman, it's very well written from a woman's point of view. It's actually a very interesting subject, and it puts you right in there, and he's a medical guy, the person who's
NHS
written
has worked for, yeah.
It's horrific. Some horrific concepts in there, and the fact that she doesn't trust anyone, because she wakes up and she can't remember anything. She has to read her journal to find out who everyone is and what she's done.
What I did think was quite interesting was just that discussion that it opens up about control in domestic relationships, about violence, about control, about why we stay with people who we maybe are scared of. I think that's a kind of interesting area of discussion, I think.
And anything where someone says, "Am I mad?" is great with it. She thinks, am I going mad, or is this true? Because she's written a journal, and then I can't really give away the plot of the book.
But I do think it grabs you. I do think the minute you open the book, you're sort of you're reading about this woman who's woken up, doesn't know who she is, where she is, she doesn't even know how old she is. And I think that kind of got me straight away. I sort of wanted to know more.
The TV Boot Club with Specsavers.